There was one thing that I did want to point out about that statement, love the sinner, hate the sin. So I'm going to talk a little quick about sin in general. So there are a lot of religious words that are used in the church and that seem ancient and backwards, and sin is one of those words. And I personally don't like using that word because today we tend to use it as a way to judge others when we as humans have no business judging anyone for anything they've done. Because we've done things ourselves. They're just different things. And so the word that is originally used in the Hebrew for sin is the word chata, which is to fail or miss. It's not even a religious word. It is an everyday word that they used, much like we would use it for archery or for ranged weaponry. It's about missing the target and the target. And since we've been talking about love being the greatest command all this time, the greatest command is the target that we're missing, our love to God and others. And so when we sin, we're missing that target. So especially when you think about it in the context of all of the commands that have been given in the books of the laws and the Torah and everything, all of those were originally based on love. So when we fail to meet those, we are failing to love. And so that's where the sin is coming from, our failure. If you think about it, think about different sins, you're failing to love somebody, either God or yourself or others. And so we like to villainize one sin over another. And if we see someone sinning in that specific way, then we try to make ourselves sound righteous and caring about the person by saying, love the sinner, hate the sin. But if you stop and think about that for a moment, what that's really doing is that we're judging their sin as greater than our sin. And otherwise, we wouldn't even need to say that thing. And I'm not calling you out. That just reminded me of this, Hayden. But it's like ridiculing an archer for missing a target by 10 feet when we missed it by 5. It's still a miss. So all misses are still misses. So I did want to think about that. Want everyone to think about that. So we have no right to judge others or think that they're worse than us or we're better than anyone, because we're still all missing that target.